We're Will and Em, and we're living on the hook in our sailboat, Appa. After years of plotting our escape from the Fire Nation, aka our day jobs, we're finally home free on the open seas. Living off the land and learning how to take life at a much slower pace, we're embarking on our monomyth with our trusty sidekick, Lou Dog. Grab a beer, kick your feet up, and let us take you on this wild ride aboard our sailing bison. Thanks, babe. Look how clean you are now. So crystal clear.
Wow.
Wow. How cool. This is my first time using this thing. First time I've been able to get my phone to connect. Well, Will checks our water levels under the bed. If you can see his feet. The gimbal's not letting me do it. Will is checking the water levels under the forward cabin because we are getting on the move again today. I feel like a human being for the first time in like 10 days. I was pretty sick for a while there, but back at 'em, feeling good today. But yeah, we're moving on. We're going to a new place today. It's very exciting. Going to Isla San Marcos, I think it's called. Something like that. That was so much shorter than you that it just keeps correcting.
Okay, that's good up front. I can close this down. Do my engine checks. Raise the mainsail and get out of here.
All right. Yeah, we are getting out of San Juanico today. This is our second time here, and
We're tired of doing the same shit.
we're tired of this, Grandpa. So we're excited to go somewhere new. We're making our push north to get into the bays of LA for the hurricane season. Really looking forward to that. All of the books and the people we've talked to have already been there said that the wildlife up there is like phenomenal. So really got our hopes up for the Hilas Animas and Bay of LA. This was cool in San Juanico this time though because there's a crap load of boats here. The last time we were here there were probably like 6 or 7 of us, and now there's like 12 of us. So that's been pretty cool to see how all the boats fit in this bay. And I mean, it's a big bay, so it's not surprising that we all fit here, but it's always fun when you get a really busy anchorage that isn't congested and crowded. And isn't tourist boats. That's another big one. When you get all the charters in here, it gets loud and rowdy and they're up all night, so. I just noticed that giant catamaran left. When did that happen?
What giant catamaran?
The big dark hold one.
2 days ago.
Oh. See, I told you I haven't been feeling well. I don't even know what's going on around me. Yeah, looking forward to being on the move again today. So happy that I'm finally feeling better. Let's crack on. Yep. You just leave the blower on?
It doesn't work without the key engaged.
I know that. You told me to let the blower run, but the blower's just always on.
It doesn't work without the key engaged.
Oh, the blower doesn't work with the key engaged. Okie dokie.
Nah, that's enough for blowers.
Starter up.
1987.7, right? 0.8.
Will's in charge of all of our numbers. motor sail today, not out of any necessary need to do so, outside of the fact that our batteries need a charge. They're not terribly, like, dangerously low, but low enough that we would feel better if they were a little more charged. So we're running the engine, but we have both sails up. How fast are we going, Will?
5.5 knots.
5.5 knots. That's great for us. Far we'll make it today. We are hoping to get to San Marcos, but it's about 60 miles away from where we are now. So we might have to pop in somewhere along the way, but nothing we can't handle. We'll just find a little cove to jump into. Already seen some dolphins, we've seen some modular rays, so it's shaping up to be a pretty good day. Go team! Woo! Give me a woo! Woo! Invested in some new gadgets for filming, and this thing is so fun. It's a little camera gimbal, but it makes filming so much easier, and you get so much cooler shots. I can't wait to go. I've been just taking videos of the boat, and I can't wait to go through this footage. Super cool. But our keel is a foil keel, just like you see on the foil boards that people have, that same design. So we get up and going at the right speeds. You can feel that extra bit of giddy up that our keel gives us. It's really cool. I love it. If you have a CM440, comment and let us know what your keel design is. Yeah?
There's a boat in there already. We're going to come take a look and see if we can fit two.
Sure.
We'll take a look.
I think so. They look like they're pretty far out there. I remember it gets shallow on that southern side, but I think we'll be worth it, even if we're maybe further out than last time.
All right, we'll head over there and.
I mean, worst case we don't fit, we just leave. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Find another little cove up the way. We know there were a few.
As Emily prepared to drop the anchor, I did my final distance checks to make sure we'd fit. Having been only a day trip, the anchor was easy to prepare for use. we would be anchored a bit further out than last time, but we still got enough protection from the rolling waves to feel safe. Plus, having a second boat in the anchorage greatly reduces the risk of pirate activity.
When we have a big day of motoring like we did today, we have to cool down our engine block. Our engine is underneath the floors right below our staircase coming down from the cockpit, and it's also directly underneath our refrigerator, which is not great. So after a big long day of motoring, we have to kind of pull up our floorboards, unfortunately, so that we can cool the engine down faster and hopefully not affect the refrigerator or cause it to run consistently through the night trying to cool itself off and drain our batteries. So the way that we do that is we open up our bilge first and foremost. Our bilge is very large. Our bilge hatch is very large, and it takes up most of our floor space, as you can see. And then our engine block sits directly below our refrigerator, which seems like a really major design flaw if you ask us. And its flywheel faces the bilge. So we open up our bilge hatch, which takes up most of the floor in our main cabin, as you can see, and we open up the floorboard directly above the engine block so that it can cool down. And as the wind filters through from those two hatches in the main cabin here, it filters kind of into the bilge through to the engine block, and then any other heat rises up out of that floorboard. So it works honestly really well. Again, feels like a big design flaw to have it right next to the refrigerator, right underneath the refrigerator, but we make the most of the situation we're given, you know?
Emily and I are not sick for the first time in a long time, but I don't have any protein thawed. So since it's still sunny out, I'm going to grab my spearfishing gear, get in there, and see if I can't find us some dinner. One of the things I have trouble with is identifying the fish when I'm down there. Part of it is because I'm using a very rudimentary fish identification chart. The other part is bad memory. So before I go spearfishing, I remind myself of two things. The first is that I'm the predator. I'm out there hunting. And the second is I run through a quick just like mental image of all the fish I want to get. So you got your snappers. They're skinny, kind of reddish, sometimes very red. They have a mold on the back. They got a little mouth, very scaly. You have your groupers. They have like a broom tail for a tail. It's kind of their fin is shaped. Their fins, their dorsal fins go back, not down, and they have a big mouth, but not as big as a gray bar. Your rooster fish would just be fun to catch, and that has big spikes. You'll definitely catch or find one of those, or identify it very easily when you see it. And then your triggerfish have the fucking weird looking fins, top and bottom, and they just wiggle like that, so they're super easy to identify. So those are my run-throughs. I gotta take my inhaler because I'm a little nerd, and going spearfishing. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, everything's set. I'm out. Don't forget the dog water. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Bring us home some dinner. Say bye, Lou.
I'm the predator.
You are the predator. And then it was us, Beans. Just the two of us. Yeah, he abandoned you. He left you behind. I don't know. What does one do when one lives on a sailboat and their husband is away spearfishing? Alright, what do you say, Beans? Ready for some dinner? You want some dinner, buddy? Yeah. Let's get you some water first. water for you. Let's get you some food. If you remember the episode from the last time we were here, we had an epic sunset our first night at anchor here, and as the sun set over there, the moon rose over here on this coastline here, and it was a full moon. It was so crazy beautiful. So if you haven't seen that, I will link that above. Go check that out. It was incredible. Will's gone spearfishing right along these rocks here. And actually, you can just barely see him right here waving his flag.
The water here was cold and murky. Thanks to our video editing powers, it looks much more clear here on the GoPro. I set up my hunting grounds along the peninsula of rocks that extended north of our anchorage. I slowly hunted the 300-yard stretch of ocean back and forth looking for our dinner. I was diving between 5 and 25 feet deep and doing my best to entice the big fish to come out for a look. As the sun started to fade, I started to get frantic about catching another fish. One little triggerfish was not going to be enough meat for a proper meal. I moved to deeper water, hoping the larger prey would appear. I'm still very new to spearfishing in these clips. You can see me working on things like my diving style, breath holds, and getting camouflage amongst the rocks. And finally, my patience paid off.
Did you win me something?
Yeah, I got two things.
What'd you get?
Well, there were two triggerfish over there. I hunted the bigger one for about an hour and never got close to it.
Bummer.
25 feet was the closest I got. But the smaller one was just ready to be shot anytime I wanted to. So I started running out of daylight. I got it, and it's pretty small. So I went down. I got this other fish. It was bigger. I don't know exactly what it is, but I got it. So let's see how this goes.
Okay. What do you want to hand me?
Nothing.
No? Okay. Bye.
The day I got myself a burrito grunt here, pretty large one, and a different triggerfish. So we won't go too hungry today.
I'm on bean duty. Thankfully, the rolliness in here isn't really too bad, and as the wind continues to die, so should the rolling. So hopefully we'll have a pretty calm, good night's sleep tonight to wake up early in the morning and continue on for our second leg of this little journey.
I need a headlamp and a shot of rum. Thanks, honey. Hank? Look at that. And what are you eating over there?
Triggerfish and burrito. Burrito grunt.
Yeah, grunt.
That's what I said.
With rice and beans.
With rice and beans.
How's it taste?
No. Delicious. I haven't actually tried the grunt yet, but I did. You gave me a bite of the triggerfish earlier, and it is delicious.
And what'd you try doing over here?
I found Dune 2.
Dune 2!
You love Dune.
I do. I love Dune. And what's going on now? Why are we not watching Dune 2?
Because I'm going to go see if the projector is charged enough that we can watch Dune 2 via projector.
Oh!
And set up the big screen and the surround sound.
Oh!
Ooh! Let's go find out.
Looks like a no.
I'm surprised it's dead, though.
Does it charge while we play it?
Yeah, it will. I'm just surprised it's dead. That last movie we watched wasn't very long. I'm gonna need you to plug this in beneath you in that outlet because it doesn't take a USB-C. And then this goes on the center of the table there. And I'll set up a screen. If you live on a boat, buy this stupid little Kodak projector and get a projector screen. It's totally worth it.
Wow, dude, this is sweet.
Good morning.
I am going to do some dishes and make some breakfast.
Okay.
Would you like me to help you lower the dink so you can take the dog to the bee and do some drone videography?
No, I can do it. That's fine. I'm a strong, independent woman. Pretty break. Long ago, here at the Sailing Bison, we were exposed to the elements: water, earth, fire, and air. Now, thanks to Melon, with their durable materials, their antimicrobial and sweat wicking lining, the floatable construction, and the hydrophobic engineering, we are on our way to mastering the elements.
Whether you're sailing, hiking, golfing, or going to the beach, there's a Melon for your melon. Go to melon.com and use promo code BISON for 20% off of your order.
Check out the link in the bio to help us out.
What are you eating?
Eggs in a basket.
Have you had that a lot lately?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you think?
Once a day. But it's good.
Why are we having this one today?
Because we bought so many eggs. And so much bread.
Yummy, yummy.
It's good. 21. Oh, why'd you get a 22?
Somebody was on 21 yesterday.
Alright. Ready, me? Take a beach?
Join us next time as we sail further north to an unassuming gem of an anchorage called Punta Chivato and meet back up with our good friends Ty and Lynn. With shell beaches, snorkeling, and another spearfishing catch and cook, it's sure to delight.